Very excited right now. Welcome into the Bastard Den, band out of Rockford, Illinois. The band is called Silence is Broken. Welcome, gentlemen, to the Bastard Den. Let's go around the room. Why don't you kind of introduce yourself? Tell us what you do in the band.
Who wants to start?
Let's start with Kyle.
All right, I'm Kyle Urbanik. I play drums for Silence is Broken. And, yeah, that's pretty much all I do.
Nice and simple. And then we have Aaron. What's up, Aaron?
What's up, man? I'm Aaron Fischel, and I sing for the band, and yeah, that's pretty much all I do.
Mike, what do you do in the band?
I'm Mike Freeze. I play rhythm, guitar, a little bit of lead, whatever. We all switch off.
So you
Otherwise, jump around on stage and act like a fool.
So you do a little bit more than Aaron and Kyle?
Not necessarily.
Drive the truck.
Also, Sean.
Yeah, right.
Sean is on the phone with us. What's up, Sean?
What's going on, man? I'm Sean. I play bass, and I babysit all these other fools.
There you go. Yeah.
Sean knows what type of show this is. It's the Bastard Den, obviously. And also, we're missing Jameson. Jameson got hooked up at work, and he couldn't make it on with us, so we send our best to him.
Real quick note, Lady K, that's the lovely Mrs. K, Jimmy K, his wife, is in the chat room and is already claiming that she wants a drumstick.
We can arrange that.
Excellent.
Hey, you guys just released a new EP. Congratulations. The name of it is A Brief Moment of Silence. Why don't you tell us a little bit about the EP and the painstaking task of recording it?
Let Aaron handle that, man.
Aaron, go ahead.
All right. Painstaking, I really don't know. It was actually a really fun time, I will say that. But it was, a lot of different things. But it was very, very new process for us. Like, we weren't used to, going out of town because we went to Ohio for that one and, 7 hours away and recorded. And it was a lot of different stuff that we had never did before, just, like backing up the guitar tracks and backing up the vocal tracks and things like that. So, I guess it was kind of painstaking in that way. But other than that, it was just a good time. And we just came out with 5 really good songs that people seem to love a lot too. So that's, I guess the product paid off in the end.
The reason I say painstaking or whatever, talking to a lot of bands, sometimes the recording process can be very tedious. Obviously, it's fun. You're getting your material into the medium to get it out to the public. But any funny stories about the studio experience?
Let's see here. None really come off the top of the head. We did go out one night with the producer, which was Ben Shiegel, and me and him managed to, in one night at the bar, end up killing a whole bottle of Patron, so you can imagine what kind of stuff happened after that.
Nice.
It was a real crazy night, a lot of different stuff. I don't know if I should get into it now, but just a crazy night. Other than that, it was pretty laid back in the studio. We just kind of went in there and did what we were supposed to. Other than, getting drunk a couple times. Nothing big happened.
Kyle, why don't you tell us a little bit about how the band came together, how Silence is Broken was formed?
Well, I'm actually not an original member, but the band first started. They had 2 drummers before me, and when I came along, they were looking for a drummer, and they actually found me through a video I posted. So that's basically where I started in the band. Anything before that, Aaron's got a lot of stories. Between the Dope tour that they did, I was unfortunately not a part of that. I've heard so many awesome stories about that time. But even when I came about, for me at least, the beginning of the band, it was mainly just based off of the individuals, how we all interacted, kind of like a friendship bond type deal. And then we sat there and said, okay, well, you got the talent, keep doing this, and just progressed from there. And I have so many stories to tell from that experience. But as far as like the band initially forming, Aaron,
You want me to field this one, Kyle?
What's that?
I'll let Sean tell it.
Okay, yeah, Sean could do that as well.
As far as the very, very beginning of the band, it was actually me and the original drummer, a guy named Chris. We were both in a previous band and just kind of weren't happy, and we both quit at the same time. And he really liked the way I played, and I liked playing with him, so we decided to stick together and look for other members and start something brand new of our own. The band that we were in was kind of a pre-existing one. We came in, and they had already had songs written, whatever, so it wasn't really us. We were playing other people's stuff, so weren't really happy. We got out of that situation and decided we wanted to start our own thing and stay more true to ourselves. And Chris actually found Jamie on MySpace. Just that he was a guitar player who was new in town, who was just looking to jam. He had just moved to Rockford from Mississippi. He had lived there his whole life and invented bands and came here and kind of didn't know anybody. So, I mean, it was just really kind of a random stroke of luck, just surfing around the internet. I mean, it's amazing what you can do with the internet these days. But, yeah, we met up and we went over to his house, and he had already had a drum set over there. And so we went over there and just kind of hung out for a little bit and just jammed like some cover tunes and that, and then just kind of progressed from there. And we moved all our equipment over there and just started writing. And once things really started getting going, I knew Aaron from his old band Encaged, and I knew that had kind of went downhill, and I knew he wasn't doing anything. And I said, man, I got to give this guy a call. And he's actually my cousin too, distantly.
Nice.
So I called him, and I tried to get him to come out, and he actually turned us down a couple times. And I'm like, dude, are you dumb? Like, this is good stuff. You got to come out. And he finally came out, and he's like, wow, okay, I get it. Like, I'm here, I'm in. So, I mean, that's where the band started. There's the original roots right there.
Yeah, it's crazy. It seems like a lot of bands get together that way. Kind of weird situations happen and stuff. Hey, Mike, you guys have played hundreds of shows. You got any that really stand out as far as people you've played with, or more memorable shows? Anything crazy that happened, or?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, at least for me, for as long as I've been in it, the most memorable for me was hands down playing band camp. Okay. I mean, we got to open up the main stage and play on the same stage as bands like Seven Dust and Godsmack and a whole bunch of other bands, and it was awesome to be on such a big stage in front of so many thousands of people.
What was that like playing in front of that wall of sound?
Oh, it was unreal. I mean, especially when we started playing, and I think it was when we played Drown or something. We were playing, and everybody just started clapping along with everything, and we could even hear people singing some of the words, and it was unreal because there were so many people in front of us, and we didn't really know necessarily how many people were actually going to know who we were.
Right.
And the response we got was just unreal.
That's awesome, man. Well, it's to be expected, especially when you have music like what you have released on your EP. Let me ask you this, Sean. Silence is Broken. You guys are working on. You just released the EP, but you've told me that you're also working on a full-length CD that's coming out this fall. Tell us a little bit about that.
Correct. Yeah, with the EP, it was basically, we had done a bunch of demos and just kind of gone and did your whole, one day in the studio, 10-hour block, just do what you can do, and then just kind of get it done, just to kind of get the music out there. We had done that 2 or 3 times, and we really wanted to focus on getting a really nice, tight, finished product, something that sounds on par with everything else on the radio. And that's what the goal was with the EP. And, the record will just be expanding on that, taking it from 5 songs up to the full 12, 13. Some of the EP songs will be on the full length, but there's quite a few brand new ones that we're working on. Couple of which that if you guys come out Saturday, you'll be the first ones to hear. But yeah, just expanding off of the EP and making sure that we have something that's really, professional. We take this band, pretty serious to an extent. Mm-hmm. We want to present our music in that fashion. We don't want to have some basement recording, where things sound like crap. We want people to go, wow, hey, this band takes their music seriously, they take their recording seriously, and it sounds on par with anything you can hear on the radio. And that's, with the EP, you go to somebody like Ben, he's produced, dozens of, or maybe not dozens, they don't have dozens, but quite a few Chimera records. He's a singer of his own band Switched, and he recorded, one of their records. And so it's, it's the legit studio with the legit sound and just being top-notch and taking it seriously ourselves and making everybody else then take it seriously.
That has to be fun to, to go into a studio like that with somebody who has tons of experience like he had, and to put together a nice little project that you guys put out there.